But it's a great story. Cheralyn Nadal. Let's welcome her onto the stage. Oh, cheers! Right through.
Thank you very much, and thank you to Technocamps and everybody involved for putting on the evening, and for all the previous speakers as well. So, who am I? I'm Shez. I'm 33 years old. I was born in Pontypridd, but raised in quite a few different valleys. I'm a proud parent with Jordan, who's over there, to Trixie and Gus, the cats that you see up the top there. I am a qualified software engineer as of 2021. Again, thank you to Technocamps. I wouldn't have been able to have a degree without them. And I've worked in the industry as a developer for over 13 years. I think I got the maths wrong because I'm not very good at maths, even though I'm a programmer. Okay, so why am I here? So my main goal is to obviously give some kind of inspiration, but at the very least I want to bring a little bit of awareness to adverse childhood experiences and the fact that your background doesn't affect where you can get in life. And yeah, you can get anywhere regardless of your background or your gender, because it's Women's Day after all. Okay, so what are adverse childhood experiences? So they are stressful experiences that occur during childhood. So it's basically anything that directly harms a child, so abuse, or can affect the environment in which they live. So, growing up in a house with domestic violence, etc. In 2016, Public Health Wales published the first Welsh Adverse Childhood Experiences study, which revealed that 47% of adults have suffered at least one ACE during their childhood or ACE, and that's in Wales. And 14 adults out of 100, or 14%, have suffered 4 or more ACEs in their childhood. So I got some statistics because it wouldn't be a PowerPoint without statistics. Sorry, there's a lot of them. Children who experience stressful and poor quality childhoods are more likely to experience poor mental health, and they're also at a higher risk of disease, which is wild. They're also more likely to perform poorly at school, and they're more likely to be involved in crime both as victims and perpetrators. So, as you can see here, some of the statistics are 4 times more likely to be a high-risk drinker, 6 times more likely to have had or caused an intended teenage pregnancy, to smoke e-cigarettes or tobacco, to smoke cannabis, to have had sex under the age of 16, and then 11 times more likely to have smoked cannabis, 14 times more likely to have been a victim of violence over the last 12 months, 15 times more likely to have committed violence against another person in the last 12 months, 16 times more likely to have used crack cocaine or heroin, and 20 times more likely to have been incarcerated at any point in their lifetime, which again is mental. So how does it relate to me? So, unfortunately, I'm one of the statistics. I'm one of the 14% in Wales who've experienced more than 4 adverse childhood experiences. Sorry, Kim. Onto the bad times. So, I was homeless from 15 to 19. When I say homeless, there wasn't too much of sleeping on the streets. There was more so sofa surfing, living in a 1-bedroom flat with 8 people, so on and so forth. So, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, I guess. But yeah, still homeless. I didn't finish school. Obviously, it's quite low on my list of priorities. I did try college for a brief time, so I applied to Ystrad College. I got in, I got to do a multimedia course, which had like Flash action script and stuff, which was really cool, but yeah, I dropped out, and yeah. Then I was continuously on Job Seekers Allowance. For those of you who remember Job Seekers Allowance, I think it's called Universal Credit now. Obviously, benefits are there for everyone who needs them. They were a big lifeline to me, but you know, it's not very fun being on them a lot. I worked a lot of dead-end jobs. I got sacked from most of them. And then the last point is mental health, which I'm sure a lot of people here can sort of relate to. So yeah, a lot of bad times. Anyway, the good times with Chris Jenner. So I got to work in London as a junior developer alongside an amazing senior who was my mentor, who pretty much opened loads of doors for me, taught me everything I know, or you know, the start of everything I know. I got to freelance a contract for loads of different companies. I worked in loads of different marketing agencies, worked at South Wales Police as a mid-level developer. I think I was there 6 or 7 years, nearly 7 I guess. Whilst working there, I got a first class honours degree in applied software engineering with Technocamps. And I worked as a senior developer then. After I got my degree, I got promoted in the police. And then I moved on, because I wanted more money, to an insurance company. So where am I now? So I currently work as a software development team lead at Imperium Digital, which I absolutely love, and they're over there. Where my days mostly still consist of coding and code reviews, but then I also get to lead and manage a really good team of talented people, which I love. Well, to fit in within the theme of International Women's Day in Tech, I figured we'd give some stats on Imperium. So Imperium are a Welsh tech organisation that were formed in 2017. We work both within the public and private sectors. As you can see on my lovely chart that I've made, we exceed the industry averages of both UK tech jobs held by women and tech leadership positions held by women. And we also have no gender pay gap. So how did I get here? Sometimes I don't know how, to be honest, but I'm going to break it down a little bit. So online games, obviously, it's been mentioned a couple of times, right? Yeah. So when I was younger, I discovered this website called Neopets, which is still around, by the way, if anyone wants to play it. And on Neopets, I discovered that, because I wasn't very good at playing the game side of it, but I discovered that if you made, like, user lookups, they're called, for other people, then they would pay you virtual money. And you make those lookups with HTML and CSS. So I was like, I can do that, that's fine. So, yeah, I made a bunch of user lookups. I got trophies, as you can see, that's my trophy. My one trophy, but still. And that's the lookup I made for the trophy. And then you can see my current balance as well. So you can see that I made loads of virtual money. Neopets. So there were obviously some other avenues I went down to. So I did a lot of freelance. So when I say freelance, I literally did a lot of work for free. Because you know, I didn't have anything else. I had no qualifications. No one would trust me. So I did a bit of graphic design. So I'd make band t-shirts for bands, like local bands. I'd make, if anyone remembers Tumblr or MySpace, I'd make Tumblr and MySpace layouts for them, and even Blogspot. I'd make like little websites for local shops for free. Yeah, and just as much as I could do really to get a bit of a portfolio going, so I could use that to get a job. There was also a lot of online learning. I swear there's like way better resources out there now than there were like a long time ago. But yeah, tutorials, videos, same sort of stuff, and then just making projects for fun, which a lot of developers do anyway. Like if you don't know something, then you go and you make something for no reason at all other than to learn. I also got to collaborate, so again, meeting random people online, like the senior developer I spoke about that I got to work in London with. So from me freelancing, I put up a bunch of stuff online, and he found me and he was like, "Hey, I've seen your stuff. You're okay, but like you could be a lot better. But I find you useful. So do you want to learn some code with me and work on some projects?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" So yeah, collaborating with random people, and then obviously applying. So yeah, I obviously was used to like either having jobs I hated, getting sacked from those jobs, or applying for jobs that I didn't even want and not getting those. So I was no stranger to just applying and until I got something. And I did, as soon as I made a portfolio though, to be honest, I got one pretty fast. So yeah, it just goes to show that you just got to always keep applying, even if you don't think you've got those skill sets.